Trading212 enters the world of crypto. Here we go. I recently did a video on the new home screen for Trading212, which was a minor update, but here is a lot of a bigger update, and this is what I touched on in that video. On the home screen, we all got a message saying unlock crypto ETNs, get pre-approved and start trading on October the 8th, which, you know, they did a little press release in the app saying they're coming to the platform on October the 8th, which is not far away. To get you set up for this project category, there is a quick one-time approval process, which we don't yet know exactly what that is, but it says it includes a short knowledge and experience check to ensure you're familiar with these products, followed by a 24-hour reflection period. So essentially, I think that'll just be something quick just to say that these are very high risk. You know, these are akin to probably the sort of trading penny stocks, or if not more risky than that, in terms of the normal set of securities that Trading212 offers, and people should be slightly more wary than normal. These are things you can pre-do on the app, so it means that you'll be ready for October the 8th, the 24-hour reflection period you could do ahead of then, which I don't know really personally how much difference, how much reflection there is to happen exactly in that sort of 24-hour window. For me, crypto isn't really something I want to do. It doesn't overly align to my sort of investing principles and what I want to get out of Trading212, nor do I know enough to really comment on it in terms of the crypto stocks themselves or crypto assets. I've got friends that are really into it, follow the cycles and other things, and know a lot more about blockchain and other things, but for me, not really my sort of thing. Beneficially, it does say on the app, don't invest unless you're prepared to lose all the money you invest. This is a high risk investment and should not expect to be protected if something goes wrong. Take 2 minutes to learn more. Good Trading212 do this. I think there's a slight, well, I was going to say a slight issue, but maybe it's potentially a slight bit of confusion. I think people see the term E and T, obviously used to seeing ETF, and they'll see ETN and perhaps think that some of what applies to ETFs also apply to this new crypto thing they have on Trading212, such as diversification and potentially some of the sort of lower risk and volatility elements, which is categorically not true. E and the T is just exchange traded, basically just meaning it sits on an exchange like, I don't know, the Nikkei in Japan. You know, it has nothing to do with any sort of features, well, in terms of at least diversification anyway. It just means that something should be relatively liquid, and that there's a couple of other, you know, should be sort of backed to some degree by the exchange itself. But I think people do need to do their research on what an ETN actually is. So these crypto ETNs essentially are a form of derivative, so similar to an ETF in a way, but instead of tracking a group basket of assets, they will just be tracking one single coin or sort of crypto asset, whatever specifically it is. So what this does do is mitigate some of the risks around wallets, crypto wallets. It means you don't have to have one, nor exposed to some of the risks of one, but it does give you some new risks in terms of, you know, similar to ETFs, that this is tracking an asset. The returns may not be exactly the same. You might have things such as FX, you know, risk is normal, but there may also be differences in the derivative that you've invested in versus the underlying asset itself. You also have sort of issuer risk as well with, say if it was a Vanguard asset, there could be issues there that do have some impact or give you additional risk versus holding the actual thing itself. Similarly, it does mean that there are additional fees. There are intermediaries that do have to actually set up these things. So there is a slight additional fee, though I think really the main benefit of this and why Trading212 are doing this is the easiest way of accessing crypto. This is the most light touch, easiest barrier to entry to crypto, and it's also familiar to people that are already in the sort of stock trading space. And I think this is what they're going for. Trading212 know that that is their core client base and they want to cash in on that really. They are also more flexible, they could potentially, you could have an ETF, form of an ETN. So you could have an ETN that is tracking multiple cryptocurrencies. That is still something that is possible. So you might have some lower risk assets, though I would categorize really all of these as being high risk. Even Bitcoin doesn't fluctuate too much, but it fluctuates, its beta or whatever it is, whatever sort of metrics you want to go for, are higher than sort of most blue chip stocks, even sort of tech stocks that are generally slightly more volatile than some others. This will be on the higher end of the risk spectrum. So this probably won't be something featured too much on this channel. I currently don't have any immediate plans to set up for this, this ETN thing on Trading212, but I think it is worth at least making a video and discussing what this is and why, who it might be for, which is what this video has been. So, really, if you want to have, access to some high risk securities, you like crypto or the idea of crypto, then perhaps this may work for you. But I think the old anecdote of do your own research, this is not investment advice, is very applicable here. It's more than normal just due to the level of risk. But anyway, it'd be interesting to see what all of you guys think on this topic. This is a new thing for Trading212, so I think this will be a little bit more divisive than some other changes they made recently. Please put your comments down below. Please hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. There will be more coming. But anyway, it's been Harry from HTL Finance, and I'll see you next time.